Hi and welcome to Shave with Dave. There are so many really good shaving videos out there, some fine work being done, lots of good information. I thought I'd try to do something a little bit different for you and have a look at some of the blades under the microscope. Now, there are so many variables with shaving. There are, of course, a myriad of vintage and modern shavers, different shave creams and so on, brushes. All of this contributes to the experience, but it's the blades that are probably as important as the razor. And have you ever wondered what they might look like under the microscope? We are so spoiled for choice. We have a massive array of inexpensive blades, and most of them are pretty good quality. In fact, I must have used probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 different types. And I've only ever had one that felt like I was shaving with a cheese grater. And I one pass, and I had to throw it out. But that was a really cheap blade that came with a really cheap razor. But all the others have been acceptable to a greater or lesser degree. But I thought, let's have a look at what the blades look like under the microscope and see if we can work out what makes one blade different from another. Now, it seems to me that if the bevel on a blade is quite short, as in this diagrammatic representation, then the blade is going to be less sharp than a blade that has longer bevels. That's the hypothesis. Now, whether that's true or not, well, I guess we can find out. Let's see what the microscope tells us about various blades, and bear in mind that if the bevel under the microscope looks wider on one blade than another, it is. These are all filmed to the same scale, so you can get an idea of which blades have longer bevels than the others. Let's go to the microscope. The Wilkinson sword has quite a wide bevel and is a pretty sharp blade all in all. Has a few flakes of what appears to be a coating on it too. The bick, have a look at the double bevel on the bick. That's interesting. I haven't seen that on many blades. It's one of my favourites, and it's a pretty sharp blade. I like it. The treat is a carbon steel blade, black, has a pretty average sort of bevel and average kind of sharpness, I would think. Have a look at the 7 o'clock yellow. That's, again, a pretty average sort of sharpness, and the width of the bevel is about average too. If we move along to the Voshkod, I think is quite a sharp blade, one of my favourites as well, and it has quite a wide bevel and a fairly fine grind as well. Moving on to the Derby, which is known as a fairly mild blade, has quite a narrow bevel, and so the hypothesis seems to be holding up. And finally, the Feather, very wide bevel, very fine grind, and deserves its reputation as a sharp blade. Well, thanks for having a look at my video. If you have any questions or you'd like me to have a look at some other blades under the microscope, then, let me know in the comments. Also, I thought what I might do is have a look at a blade that's been used to the point where it starts to irritate, starts to tug, and compare that with a new blade of exactly the same type and see what it is that causes that tugging. Is it a deterioration of the edge, or is it just the loss of the coating? We might just compare and just have a look and, again, see what the microscope tells us. Thanks again, and we'll catch you later. Bye.